Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Real Time Wisdom Show with Joanna and Lainey. Lainey is off on her big adventure in Australia, the land down under. But with me to hold space is one of my favorite people on the planet, Toni Wengel. And Toni, I'm going to hand it over to you so you can introduce yourself because everybody knows who I am pretty much, I think, right?
Okay. Yeah. Everybody knows who you
I'm
are.
the Joanna part of the Lainey show, in case anybody needed to know. But take it away, Toni. I'm so happy you're here, number one.
Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. I'm glad to be here too. So my name's Toni Wengel, and I am a certified food healing oracle deck reader. I also do health coaching and all kinds of other fun stuff. So I don't know what else to say. That's it. That's me.
And you're here.
Simple.
And you're on the Real Time
And I'm
Wisdom
here.
Show.
Right.
Yeah, so it's Monday, and sometimes Mondays are a little hard, but we're going to spread the light of abundance. And tonight we are going to do a group reading of the Horn of Plenty. So, right now, whoever's watching, whether you're watching live or whether you are watching this later on, just take a moment and set your intention for abundance because today is 4/4/22, and that's a lot of fours in there. Fours is foundation, stabilization. You think of the four legs of a chair, it's grounding. So it's a great energetic day, numerology speaking. How did I mess that one up? It just won't come out of my mouth. It's a great energy day to set intentions and bring them down to earth and watch them manifest. So, Toni, what can you tell us a little bit before we get into the reading itself? About this Horn of Plenty reading. Have you done it often? Because it's one of my favorites. It was created by the wizard, Howard, Lainey's husband, and Lainey. And it has been such a great reading in order to get the energies in all the areas of our life. But tell us about how you do it. And hi to Cheryl and hi to Tamara. Thanks for joining us.
So I like this reading a lot too, because it ties into what I do with my health coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually use a wheel of 12 different sections. So, and many of the 8 that are in the Horn of Plenty are the same as the one on the wheel that I use. So when I'm going through with clients and we go over and we check to see in what areas they have their strengths and what areas of their life they have weaknesses, we can pull a card, a food healing oracle deck card on each of those sections. So sometimes, that I use the Horn of Plenty to kind of do that. You know? And it works out pretty well because, for the Horn of Plenty, like you said, there's 8. There's health, wealth, happiness, family, love, joy, peace, and spirit. And those aspects of your life help you with your, I don't want to say happiness, but they help you balance your life.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at all the things
and who doesn't like abundance in every one of those areas, right? And that's what we want to call in. We want to just set our intentions tonight. And the Wheel of Fortune, when we do the Horn of Plenty, which is like a Wheel of Fortune to me, when we do the Horn of Plenty, it's really to show us the energies of maybe what we're lacking or what is present in that moment in time for us, right? But it's always good to do a little, contemplation on the energies that are coming through in that area, and see what information comes through to help us tap into more abundance. I don't know about you. I always look at spring as a time of abundance. The flower, I mean, when I lived up north, of course, it's more visible, but the flowers are blooming. We have, the Easter time coming up. And of course, a lot of rabbits are shown, rabbit in form of chocolate candy, rabbits everywhere, pictures of rabbits, and rabbits we know is abundance. Just when we see a rabbit, that reminds us, because where you see one rabbit, you probably there's 100 more hiding hiding in the bushes.
True.
So talk about abundance when we see rabbits, right? But it is just a time of fertility, right? This time. And it's so nice. Oh, it looks like Lainey's watching us. Good day, beauty. So she's already talking Australian.
Right?
Good day. I can't wait to hear your accent, Lainey, when you get back. You're going to be talking like an Aussie, a real Aussie, and you're going to share some recipes with us, I'm sure, of your travels and what you're eating. For those of you that are friends with Lainey on Facebook, she's been posting some pictures of food. It all looks amazing. Oh my God. I wish I was there with you, because it looks like you're having a wonderful time. So I'm glad you're here, lady. So we're going to get started. And the way the Horn of Plenty works, we tried to get our camera, Toni tried to get her camera ready so you could actually see the layout, but it is a circle like the Wheel of Fortune, right? And each card is in a category. So I'm going to let Toni, there it is, Toni. Thank you. We have to do things old school. Like. We have to do things old school, Lainey. So sorry, because she's the tech person. So we'll be holding things up. If she was here, she'd be having all kinds of graphics and everything. But that's why we miss you, Lainey.
Right.
Anyway, so
did you want to, Joanna, start with like how you set intentions for abundance?
Yeah. So, let me tell you first, the new moon is a really great time to set intentions. And then for 2 weeks, when the full moon comes, you can actually see which ones are still in the holding room, not yet manifested, or which ones have manifested in that period of time between new moon and full moon. So, Toni, the way I set intentions, and it might be different, I'm sure it's different for every single person, right? The way I like to set intentions is I start with a prayer. I write down, like, I try not to overwhelm spirit by writing too many intentions. I usually try to have, anywhere from 1, 2, or 3 intentions for that period of time, because I'm trying to, I want to focus on the ones that I want to manifest like pretty quick. And I write those down. I'll say a prayer. I'll light a candle, say a prayer, and actually put that piece of paper right on my altar. Right. And then every day, while in between that time of new moon and full moon, I revisit that. I just take a second and I'm like, okay, I'm working on that. That is something that, I want to come to fruition in this time. I find it helpful to give spirit a timeline. There's something about saying now, or in 10 days, or in 2 weeks. There's something that's helpful for me to do that. Even if it doesn't come at that time, I know that in this present moment, that is what I'm asking for, right? So how do you do your intentions?
I do similar. Like I do something similar. I use affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
I like to write things down too, because it like cements it in. So like I'm a visual person. So if I'm writing the words, it's the act of writing them. It's the seeing them, helps me bring that in.
Right.
It just, that's big for me. If I want something, or if I want to express something, I write it down. And I think also just being grateful for things,
Yeah.
brings in automatically brings in abundance. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then to be thankful for what you have and to be thankful for the blessings that are to come too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said, asking for that.
Yeah. Well, and I think the gratitude piece is the most important, because so often we focus on the things we don't have and get, upset about that or get stressed about that. But when we just say thank you, even for that which hasn't come in, because my understanding or what my belief system is, if it's in our field of awareness that we desire something to happen, that means it's close by. And spirit always delivers. This is Lainey's line, spirit always delivers. It might not deliver it in the way that we specifically asked for it. And even a no can be what spirit delivers, because down the road, all the no's I got, spirit knew better than me. I thought I really needed that one thing or that,
Right.
whatever. But when I got the no, I'm like, it must not be the time, or that is not for me at all. So it will not, whatever is for you will not pass you by. Tamara says, I say it so often, law goes attraction. Law of attraction. Not now I see what you're saying. Yes, yes. The law of attraction. We attract in, and then we can't forget that we need to focus on the things that I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? We need to focus on the things that, that are really for our highest and best good. I mean, some people ask for material plane, but a lot of things in the material world might not be what we really need. Maybe it's more of what's in the horn of plenty, right? Our intention to have a happy family, our intention to have peace and joy in our life. Those, I think, are the ones that spirit can deliver to us, rather than the Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's not always about material.
Right. Oh, and Cheryl Friedman is saying, yes, thank God for unanswered prayers. I mean, I have found this to be so true. It's like, I know I will get whatever it is that I need coming to me. Stay present and believe. Yeah. Lainey, I've been listening to your Believe meditation. And those of you who have not listened yet, it's on our Facebook page. You can go to YouTube and find it on the Young Living Oil Meditations. It is a beautiful visual as well as the words. So, listen to it with your eyes open and listen to it with your eyes closed, and believe. We have to believe in those intentions that we put out there as well. So, Toni.
Okay. We ready?
Are we ready? Do you want to? Is everybody ready? So if anybody, this is a group reading, right? This is for all of us. And we are going to watch as Toni and I already prayed about the cards. She has already pulled them. So we know which ones they are and the placements that they are. And we do this because it is more expedient, but the cards, we prayed for the collective here that would be here today and watching it later on. And this is for all of you and for us.
Okay. So the first card, like I said, number 1 is for health. And the card we pulled was garlic for protection. You're going to show it, or you want me to show it?
I am. I'm going to show it right now.
Okay, thank you.
Getting it ready. Yes, garlic for protection.
So I think, I don't know, when I saw that card, I was like, well, how perfect is that? We all are, protecting our health at this time. And it's not just, I mean, it could be your physical health, your mental health, you know, those people that you know are not good for you. Maybe it's a new time. It's spring. Like I said, we're starting new. We're looking to abundance. You know, clearing out the closets of your mind, your actual closets, you know, I mean, just stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes when we are cleaning out our minds, we have to protect ourselves because if you, you know, if you find toxic people in your life, for example, and you need to let them go, they may not like that.
Right.
So you have to put your protection up in
Yeah.
order to do that because it's for you and not for them.
Well, it's also about
So
setting
those were
boundaries, right? So it's setting those
right.
boundaries, and it's allowing, you know, the high frequency energies to be around us, which is also very protective because when we're in a higher frequency, the sickness doesn't come our way because we're vibrating higher than the disease. So that's one way to look at it. But we all know on a physical level, you know, that how protective garlic is. It's a blood cleanser and it really does help us through all kinds of viruses and those icky things that we don't want. So that's a really good card. Garlic protection in the health sector. Next.
Next is wealth. And for wealth, we got spinach.
Well, I like to have some Popeye spinach strength in my wealth sector. I think that is a really good placement.
Yeah, I think for that one, I was thinking that for strength there, it's you have to reflect on. Again, it kind of goes with the first one. You kind of have to think about what are the obstacles in your life that are preventing you from gaining wealth. You know, and maybe you need to reflect on those and clear them out. You know, like you are stronger than, you know, this card comes up a lot. You're stronger than you think you are. So, you know, use the strength that you get from yourself or even from other people to get over those obstacles that might be blocking your way for wealth. You know, like for myself and my job, like I know that now because I've been working on it, I don't like to present in front of people. I don't like to be in front of people. I don't like any of that stuff, but I had to look in myself and say, you know, like what is bothering me? Like, I feel like I was going to say something wrong. And as soon as I let that go, now I'm like, they're telling me that, like, stop talking. You know, like, shut up. We don't need to hear every freaking word you have to say. No, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so now I'm like, oh, I found my voice. Now you're going to hear it. So
That's right.
I don't know.
Right.
I just, you know, I had
That's
to
an
find
important part
strength.
of wealth because wealth is much more than that. But what came through for me in this, maybe because I'm dealing with it in my own life, is the strength to not impulse buy things so that you can accumulate wealth, right? And so often it's like you go to a store and you see the shiny object and you really don't need another knicky-knack or another piece of clothing. So strength in order to have the wealth you want by not being an over-the-top consumer. How about that? So
Like
that's
yeah.
where the strength card, when that is what's coming through. So whoever needs to hear that, save your money. Have the strength to save your money.
Okay. Next up, we have happiness. And happiness is, we pulled beets for grounding.
That is just perfect. Beats for grounding in the happiness. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I mean, for that one, I was right away. Well, first of all, it's red,
Right.
you know, And it's, when you look at red, I mean, it's not the right chakra color, but I mean, it is for grounding, but not for happiness when I think of the heart, but
Right.
red is love. And
Yeah.
I just, I think you have to be pretty grounded, especially with self-love,
Hmm.
or, self happiness, I should say, because it's happiness. But when you're happy with yourself,
Yeah.
you're more grounded. And I think the beat that comes in to say, look at yourself, and I'm like giving myself a rating here, but whatever. It's for other
No,
people
it's
too.
for all of us. So I'm glad you're giving yourself the
I know
reading.
exactly what it is for me. So I'm just going to tell you, and hopefully it resonates
That's
with you.
right.
But just being really grounded in yourself
Hmm.
um, brings happiness.
I think so. And happiness is one of those emotions that, you know, it's not it's not a static, it's not a status quo. Sometimes we have to seek out our happiness. Sometimes we have to change something, just like in the spinach card, we have to change something in order to find our happiness. So all of these are really laying out together. Hey, Karen.
Mhm. Hi.
They're telling a story about our abundance. So, what is the next placement that you have?
So next is family, and we got coffee for energy.
Oh,
So
coffee for energy.
I love that card. I mean, again, for me, I that's where I really do draw my strength or my energy from being with family. Like
Hmm.
that's my happiness.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my kids, just being with family. I like to have my people around. And I think and that just, like I said, it gives me energy. My family gives me that get up and go, and let's, do some fun things together. So
Yeah.
um that's how I look at that card for happiness. I mean, for where are we at? Family. For
Our
family.
family. And sometimes the energy around family, can actually ground us. Lainey said, when, going back to the beets also clean blood and makes the body happy with heart health. So coffee, in family, it's like when you look at the coffee card, you see all of those beans very close together, right? And sometimes, we when we gather with family, like I love the holidays because I get to have all my kids under one roof, and I call them my chickens. I get to gather with my chickens, and we're so close, and there's always so much fun that happens. um, but we won't talk about the family members I don't get along with, because there's energy there too.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't have that happy family, and we pray and maybe set our intentions that we could get closer. So, whatever we put our energy on, right? It just, so sometimes it's good to put your energy on forgiveness when it comes to family, and because not one of us is perfect. So, coffee energy for family. What's next?
Okay. Next is love. And we got the almond card.
Oh, perfect.
Power.
Perfect. Look at that. Look at all that love in that almonds card. And
It's overflowing out of
it's
the bowl.
overflowing. Love is the most powerful force that we have to offer. So what do you see in that?
Um, that one I don't know, I just went, to power of love. I mean,
Yeah.
how
There's a
powerful
song
is.
there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to sing because you guys won't come
No,
back
me
to the
neither.
show. But but there is it's like strength in numbers, power in love, of love. It
Mhm.
just, when even the other parts of this reading, when you have abundance, all these in health, wealth, happiness, family, you just have love for yourself, love for others. It just,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's, love is what makes the world go round. And the fact that we got power, we got almonds in that placement tells me that there's a lot of love around. Everybody has been going through the last 2 years of whatever. And like Cheryl said, this is what I was just going to say. You took the words right out of my mouth. The world needs love right now. We need more love than ever. And so it's important. And I think that the last 2 years has showed us how important it is, right? Like togetherness, love, all the things that we're getting in this reading right now. It's like, wow. And, we're not getting any of those cards that are confusion, shadow. Spirit is telling us that we have all the abundance that we need coming up. So the next placement is.
Next one is joy. And we got peaches for positivity.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of surprised we didn't get the mango card, but peaches is right up there with it. So
hey, listen, peaches is good in
yes.
the joy placement, right? I mean, we need positivity. Sometimes I think that, we don't allow ourselves to bask in those moments of joy as we should. Sometimes, wow, I'm feeling joy. We almost need to claim it. We almost need to recognize it, claim it, say it. I'm having a joyful moment. It just seems to make it more expanded or more expansive when we claim it and say it, And sometimes we don't even recognize that when we're watching a sunset or seeing a baby smile, that is, that is bringing us joy. And to say it out loud, I am feeling joy in this moment. And Lainey says, Lainey, I wish you were here. We're spreading the love with this deck. Being across the world and going to the post office here yesterday to ship a deck locally was so surreal. I think so. Nice. I read that. I was so happy. How cool is that? Shipping a package to Australia to somebody in Australia from Australia. I mean, that's like perfect. That brings joy for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But also, don't you think, Toni, sometimes that if we're feeling positive about ourselves and our life, that we can actually call in that joy because it's right there. It's right there, right? On the church that I used to belong in, when I did belong to a church, there was a saying on the side of the building, and it said, joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. And it's by Chardin. And I always think about that. Whenever I'm feeling joy, that's that high vibration of being one with God, one with spirit, one with source energy. And I always try to take note of those moments because it's in that moment that I feel the closest to spirit, source. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
Okay, we're almost there. We have number 7 is peace. And we got lemons for alchemy. For that one.
Yeah. Yeah. All of this reading, every card that you've pulled so far is telling us that that peace is all around us. We just have to tap in. Just like I was saying about the joy piece, to tap in, to claim it. So I would ask people to just check in with their bodies right now and see, is there an area that you're feeling peace in? Is there one area of your body, even if it's just your big toe? Is your big toe feeling peace? Like, where in your body is peace lying? If it's not in your mind, if it's not in your voice, if it's not in your gut, there is peace in your body. We just have to identify where that is, right? And some days we're feeling peace all over. But I like to bring things to the body because that's where I believe alchemy happens. We take some tangible objects with spirit and we get to alchemize what we're feeling in a different emotion to a different emotion. What do you think about this card?
Uh, this one, I don't know. I just kept thinking, like, I don't know. I kept thinking of summer coming, and lemonade and sitting out in
Yeah,
the backyard and, hanging out with family and just being at peace.
at
Just
peace.
being good with yourself and good with your situation. And
Yeah,
just having that good frame of mind.
yeah. Taking lemons and making lemonade, baby. That's what
Yep.
it's all about. That's what it's all about. Okay. The last card on our Horn of Plenty.
Yep, is spirit. And we picked the avocado healing,
Mm, the healing card.
which I thought was just, I mean, perfect. Spirit helps heal everything. I mean,
Yeah.
really, if you are tapped in and you ask and your intentions are right,
Mm-hmm.
spirit is your, um, just totally lost what I was going to say. Spirit is like your connection
Yeah.
to your life, to healing yourself, healing others.
Mm-hmm.
Who, I mean, if you pray or you just set intentions or whatever, you're asking spirit
Mm-hmm.
to help somebody,
Yeah.
either you or other people or the world or whatever. And we're just, I think that sending healing out into the world is just like what Cheryl said earlier. We need that healing for the earth, for
We need the healing.
ourselves, for everybody.
Right. We do need the healing. I always like to think of spirit as being our partner in healing because we certainly need that, right? That energy coming in. There's so many times where we think we have to do everything alone. And some people feel very lonely in all of their endeavors, like, oh, I got to do this by myself. There's nobody else here. But I always think that I'm never alone because spirit is right there by my side, being my partner in bringing things to the earth for me, right? Bringing things down for me that I need in my life. And like we said in the very beginning, sometimes prayers are unanswered for our highest and best good. So when we partner with spirit, we know for sure that what needs to come to us will come to us, and we can't stop that except by our unhealed places. So it's important to heal all of those blocks, all of those patterns that are stopping us from getting what we need from healing. And also just say, Spirit, you are my partner in this. You are my provider, you are my partner. So whether you're asking for health or abundance in finances or whatever, partnering with spirit is a good thing to be, a good thing to ask, right?
Yep.
So, what Lainey and I like to do sometimes that was an awesome reading, by the way. I think it helps us to spring into the abundance of this time of year. But usually, Lainey and I like to pick that last card and put it in the center to bring everything together. So you want to shuffle the deck and pull a card?
Yep.
Okay.
Kale for
Yes, we
fertility,
do. We got it. What
right?
better card than that? We are fertile. We are fertilizing the ground to bring all of this abundance up for us. And yeah, oh my God, it couldn't have been a more perfect card to come out at this time. Fertility. We're definitely in that place of the year, to
Mhm.
have that time of things just blooming, and buds are coming up, the tulips are coming up, all of that. And so, and we are bringing in that fertility in our own life, right?
Yep.
I'm so glad I'm too old to get pregnant, because I wouldn't. Oh God. Yeah, that kind of fertility isn't happening here.
No, it's a great card for new beginnings, and just, realizing that you can start new every day. Like,
Yeah,
that's what people forget a lot too. It does,
I
every day is
love
a new
that.
day.
I think we should put that on a bumper sticker. You can start new every day. The food oracles, Toni Wengel. Toni, that was a great, great, great reading. And Lainey says, perfect. Perfect, ladies. Amazing and timely reading. I literally am leaving for breakfast and was going to have kale salad and quiche. Well, Lainey, you
There
enjoy
you
that
go.
kale salad and quiche,
Yes.
and enjoy Australia. We miss you, but I am so happy that you are with your daughter, having an amazing time. I'm following your post, and just seeing what adventures you are up to. Lainey will be back, I think on the 20th. So we'll see her at the end of the month. Lainey says, I saw it yesterday. I knew I had to go back and order the kale salad. Well, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. We have some announcements. I know Toni, what would you like to tell everyone what you're doing and how people can reach you, what offers you have?
Yeah. So um I'm booking parties for April and May. We could do, and it's all around the food healing oracle deck, of course.
How cool is that?
So we can do smoothie party, we can do a reading party, or we can do a combination of smoothie and readings.
Wow.
Um, so I asked that it's, a minimum of 6 people. It's $35 a person. If you have more than 6 people, the host is free. And if you mention this show when you're booking, um, and you're booking more than 6 people, you get $5 off each person. So it'll be $30 per person.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
since
What
we
a
can all get
great,
together and stuff, now that we're
right.
starting to be able to get out and see each other.
That's a great, great, great deal. That's a
Mhm.
great deal. And this is a perfect time to have those parties, right?
Yes. And you
Love
can,
it.
yeah, I guess I have to
How do
give
they
you,
get a
well,
hold of you, Toni?
everybody knows who I am, but if you don't, everything's my name. So my Facebook is my name, Toni Wengel. My email is tonywengel@gmail.com. You can reach me either on Facebook or, Messenger or email.
Okay. Well, we have some announcements. Next week, we have the brilliant Cheryl Friedman with us talking about intuition, and actually bringing how we can create or channel that intuition through the food healing oracle deck and stargates and all kinds of stuff that she's into. So I'm really looking forward to having Cheryl with me here next week on the 11th. And of course, Lainey and I have our certification that is going to be local in Cape Coral. We still have time for some signups, but we're getting full. So if those of you who are watching this later and decide you want to become a food healing oracle deck reader, a certified reader, hit us up and we'll be able to take care of that registration for you. And you can email us at the Food Healing Oracle Deck at gmail.com. And then or sign up from our website, foodhealingdeck.com. And then this next Saturday, Toni and I will be at the collaboratory with Kristen Collins with her High Vibe Summit. And I know there's a name of that, but I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's so bad. Lady, you better come back. So we are going to be with some really high energy people, and we're looking forward to it. That's from 9 to 4, and you can find that registration on our Facebook page, the Food Healing Oracle Deck. Anyway, I think I've messed this up enough for tonight. And we love you all for being here. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Lainey, have a good time. And Cheryl, I'll see you next week. And Toni,
Thanks, everybody.
I can't thank you enough. You have been a wonderful co-host.
Oh, thanks. It was fun.
It was fun, right? So bye, everybody. We will see you next week. All right. Have a good one. Bring that abundance in now.